Hello, I'm Daniel, in the amateur radio world known as KE7UUM. Hope you enjoy the video. You see the heater? My propane. Okay, folks. Well, here we go. I'm going to attempt to do this. It's not raining right this minute. Ouch. So I'm going to try to work on this. Hopefully, camera's under the hood, so if it does start raining, at least that won't get wet. Camera, phone, same thing for me. I'm hoping it's just the wind, a little bit of wind out here, and not my propane tank running out of juice. Propane tank running out of juice would not make me too happy. I've got to do this in the dark. Well, you know, with headlights, excuse me, with a headlamp. But I got to do this outside in the dark and not being covered up. I've had a headache all day. And just frustrated at some events today. And so we're going to try to do this. I don't know how long this is going to be, but I got my friend Jack in a cup that's hopefully helped me keep me warm. And of course I have water, and I see how far we get on this. Oh, by the way, I'm Blue Thunder 2169, somewhere in Northwest Oregon. I wiped off the bracket with a towel, hopefully to help hold the tape. I'm going to attempt to do something this way. That's just to help me hold the bolt in place while I do this. I'm forgetting something semi-important. Hey, I can see. I did have the bolt through this before, but I'm trying to I guess I could always put the bolt up from the bottom, but I don't really want to do that. And I hate having these glasses on to see up close, but yet it's, even in the daylight, but especially in dark, it's hard to see you know, very far in front of me. And like if somebody walks up, and not that I'm like in a bad part of the neighborhood town or whatever, but I do like being able to see my surroundings. Okay, so maybe that actually went on a lot better than I thought. Oh, if you happen to see the smoke, it's just from a cigar. Nothing's on fire. Okay, so I got the lock washer, 2 flat washers, the rubber spacer, and of course got one of those for top and bottom. Okay. Take a minute to stand up straight with my back. That's good stuff. I normally prefer to use the correct wrenches, but for tonight, I'm just doing this. Okay, I'm going to pause for a minute. I'm going to get you a different angle. Okay, Yes, the bracket's leaning forward. I know that. It's on purpose. We're not talking about that right now. There you go. That's what it looks like here. I apologize. Actually, as you can tell, I didn't hit the pause button. I turned it off twice. The first time was accident. The second time I just shut it off. So now I have to see if I can get in here with this big honking crescent wrench and Nope. I don't edit stuff like that out. Well, there it is. I'm not overly concerned about the shielding. I might try to see about making this a little bit tighter. I always like to turn the top part and not move the bottom. That way the coax doesn't want to spin with it. That's just me. That's just how I do it. Now, here's the problem. Is the coax kept coming over here, and because this coax is thicker than my dual band VHF UHF antenna on the other side of the car, this is thicker, so it catches in the trunk and it would move like this, and it's even pinched a little bit in some places. But when I first put this, it was sitting there and it was doing fine, but it moved. The other thing I don't really care for is typically I like to have coax coming from the front so that dirt, rain has maybe less of a chance to roll up in there. A friend of mine suggested something about using some heat shrink, tubing shrink stuff, and the way I have this in here, I'm not really sure how that would have worked. I've also, in times past, I've installed radios. I think the first radio I ever installed in the car, I was like 14 and I'm 49, so it's been a few years. And I've done a few of these. Not a professional, but my observation with using shrink tubing stuff up here is that sometimes moisture will get in and it doesn't have a way to get out. You know, that's just me. I'm not telling other people not to do it that way. What am I doing? I'm just trying to dry that off a little bit, and I'm gonna take a piece of Gorilla Tape and I'm gonna try something. wanting to cut the coax, obviously. I do know that water could run down into there. I know where it's going. Not going anywhere it's going to hurt anything. So, there. We'll grab the antenna. Now, two things. One, typically I would put a meter. I would put a meter on that before keying up, but I know with my Lincoln, if it's too high, it won't transmit. Voila. Well, if it wouldn't have been raining earlier today when I was sitting and waiting for my son's piano lessons, I would have done this earlier, but between my headache and the rain, yeah, I used to do lots of things in the rain, but the arthritis doesn't like the rain too much, so I don't do as much in the rain anymore. Alright, I'm going to have to move the camera to close the trunk because up at the top of the antenna with the trunk opened up, it doesn't work very well either. So, a lot of traffic on the street tonight. Wow. Unbelievable. Okay, so now hopefully I'm going to pause it. One, two, three. Hello, 1, 2, 3. Well, it's transmitting. CQ, CQ. CQDX. KE7UUM. Well, folks, hang on a second here. Well, this wraps it up. That I got the coax back on. Antenna back on, so I am back on. I'm back on the air on the only part of the FM voice section that I have that I can speak. All right, folks, have a great afternoon. Thanks for watching. Hey, remember to like, subscribe, and click the bell if you want to get notified. Blue Thunder 2169. GMRS WROG 651, amateur radio operator KE7UUM.